You smell what the flock is cooking. Flock up or flock off. Not you. You stick around because it's about to go down. You know, Flock Wilson, energetic entity in the Eagle versus the Eagle Maniac here on a Maniac Monday. And we got for your flock pots just a few things. Of course, the schedule release that's coming up in 2 days. But we got some news today about what's going on in game one, right? Then we're going to talk into what the Saints is going on with our former offensive coordinator, you know, and how that affects us, and a few other things we're going to get into some more, and yeah, we'll get into it, but before we get into any of that, we got to keep the Maniac thing. Please like and subscribe. If you bought that Fly Eagles Fly, drop a comment in that box. You flying with the flock. Do remember, join that Maniac thing. Note again, you hit that bell. You get a bang whenever I'm on this YouTube thing, and while that's the Maniac thing, let's keep the main thing. Hope this video finds you in good vibes. Fly Eagle Fly skies. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there, because we about to go there. Oh yeah, let's flock and go. What we got today? First things first, the schedule just got released, y'all, and I can't be more hyped. Well, yes, I could. You want to know why? Because, see, hate is too much because I don't want to give them that much credit. My disdain, my dislike, man, about the Malboys, the Cowboys, the low boys, the bowboys, my disdain with them is this, like, they don't even belong over here, bro. Like, they're not in the East, dude. What the, I can't, it just drives me crazy. Yeah, rivalry and all that, and, you know, and all the history. Flock up out of here, man. Go where you belong. Like, yeah, man. I just don't like it. It really ruffles my feathers, if you will. You feel me? So you got that going on, not to mention, I mean, they've been in the game one of the season, what, I believe like 2-3 years ago against the Chiefs. Like, come on, man. The slob and the glazing of the Bowboys is just like beyond reproach. So I'm like, the other thing is, this year, I know, this is what I come to this therapy for. Just for this express sole purpose. If this ain't for you, I understand. Get the flock up out of here. It is what it is. Like, don't always complaining. I'm not. I'm very happy I'm a champ, baby. It's good to get out my face. You feel me? But all that being said, I'm just like, bro, it doesn't matter where they're at and what they're going on and what, you know what I'm saying, what part of the country they're from and all that. But like I was just saying, they were just in a game one of the season. Let somebody else shine, man. You know, off top, I'm thinking like, bro, let's get a big, you know, at first, initially I was thinking the Detroit Lions. But then again, the Detroit Lions, similar to the Bowboys, you know, they were just in the opening game of the season not too long ago, I believe 2 years ago, right? So I scratched them from that if that's the criteria I'm going with. Then bring on the Commanders, bro. Not to mention, back to the Bowboys, it's like, you know, the Eagles versus the Bowboys is going to create... It's gonna get the juices going. It's gonna get people in the seats. It's gonna get ratings up no matter what time of season, what day they play it. So you know this is game one of the season. Much to the point of that point, I guess, is also gonna garner high acclaim. It's gonna garner high viewership because it's game one of the season. It's football. People can't wait. We're foaming at them. You feel me? September 4th. 2025, I can't fucking wait. But okay, so you got them up out of there. You got them up out of there if those are the ones I don't want. But then we've got the Commanders. It's a dope matchup. That's a rematch of the championship game. Let's get this thing going. Game one, show who's who, top dogs immediately. Which is not really the case for the mere fact that, you know, teams may not be at their best, especially with 3-game preseasons. You know, it's probably not going to be it, right? However, I just think being that it's a rematch, man, let's get this thing going. That would have been an awesome one. And then you have the upstart Bears. No one similar to what the Detroit Lions were a few years ago. You put the Bears in the game when you see what Caleb and them new dudes is dealing with. We can smack up our old running back real quick, you know, show them about this BTA defense. You heard me? But that's not the case. So I say all that because I like to get the garbage out the way first, and then we put on the flowers, right? The fertilizer, like my coach says, let these flowers grow. It is game one. It is all birds. Birds versus boys. One of the biggest rivalries in the game. You know, all the poo-poo and I put in aside, or put out rather. Put all that to the side. And it's one of the best rivalries in the sport right now. They didn't really hold up their end of the bargain last season as we swept them, and I think we're going to do it again. Right now, as it stands, we're at +7 at a 46.5 over-under number. So they're looking at us to smack them up one more time for the people, right? But that's where the numbers stand right now. Another reason I think they may have leaned this way, we really know why. Off top, as far as the game we're watching today, we're watching the championship game, remix, redo, replay, whatever you want to call it. And I still can't believe, because yesterday I was watching the Commanders versus not the wild card game, I believe that was the wild card game, right? The Commanders versus, no, it couldn't have been the wild card game, the division game, because Detroit had home field advantage. And I'm looking at them. The Commanders going for it on fourth in the fourth quarter, up by like 14, I believe it was at the time. 10 or 4, 10 or, I think it was 10. They were up by 10 at the time. And they decide to go for it on fourth. Of course, it was in plus territory, similar to what they was just now with us. And this is the first quarter. They had a chance, to kind of try to put the foot on our necks. But they decided after going for it on 2 fourth downs, I believe, on that drive. I'll take it. If you're faking, I'm taking. Flock, you mean? So, yeah, we had that going. But back to this point, right? You got one of the biggest rivalries in the game, us being us versus the Cowboys. And it's going to create all the fanfare in the world right there, right on top. Let's do this thing. Let's get this division going right. Let's set the course straight right off the top. And I can't fucking wait. Let's go. Yeah, we're trying to be in the building, but as it stands right now, I saw tickets up in the, not so much the nosebleeds, because I feel like wherever you're at in that stadium, you feel like you're there, you're on top of it, whatever the case may be, pause. But, yeah, tickets going for like $500 right now. And section 213. Ugh. Yeah, that's wild. So, right now, as it stands, me and Gordo Flocko planning to go tailgate. Things worse come to worse. Maybe we hop on Game Time and find some tickets to somebody that's not able to make it. Or we hit up Xfinity Live, whatever the case may be. We'll be in the vicinity. We'll be in the Eagleverse, the closest in the proximity, in the center of the Eagleverse at that point as we can get. So, yeah, see y'all out there. And I'm thinking about starting up a GoFundMe to get the Eagle Maniac in the building. Because, as it stands right now, my record, whenever I go to Eagles games, I believe something like 9-2. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? I need to be there. Get in the building. You're stupid. I'm undefeated at Lincoln Financial. Albeit it's only 1-0 versus the Vikings. I couldn't do it a second year in a row. Like, what are y'all, like, how many times are we going to play the Vikings in the season opener, right? What are we doing here? But however, I'm going to be in the general vicinity of the area, throwing it down, blowing it down, getting crazy out there. Pause, but you already know. Let's go. Yeah, we got that. And while we got that over there, game one, man, can't wait. But there are things going on in the NFL universe right now. Jalen Hurts with the brace on versus the Commanders. Yeah, that was wild. So, you've got the Saints, our former offensive coordinator. It seems to be right now he has no quarterback because Derek Carr announced his retirement like, 2 days ago. Like, what? He came over here to take this job. I don't think he came over there. I don't think he went over there to take the job because of Derek Carr. It would be crazy. But as it stands, there's no starting quarterback. I believe they have Tyler Shough. They have Spencer Rattler. Some other guy. Oh, yeah, and then the dude that runs and catches and all that. What's the fuck is his name again? I always pick him up as a tight end, but he's a slash quarterback. It's pretty dope in fantasy. Damn, I can't, dude. Like, everyone knows this guy's name. Fantasy Swiss Army knife. The fuck? But, yeah, so they got him. So I'm looking at the guys that we have in the stable. I've heard other people bring up Kenny Pickett because Kenny Pickett did play for him, but I think Tanner McKee was really, and it's like how he knows things, and especially what goes on with what we do with New Orleans, Loomis, and then the guys that we put CJ GJ, 2 Super Bowl champions, and CJ GJ and Malcolm Jenkins, like, dude. So, yeah, they could be a trade partner for us. And look, first play, Saquon Barkley, are you stupid? I can't wait to see how this goes. And brotherly shove, man, brotherly shove forever. I don't care what no one says. Bozos, we'll get into that in later days. Because, yeah, I'm going, So, yeah, Tanner McKee could be a trade option for them. So we could get that going. That would be fucking dope. And the last thing I wanted to get into before I get out of here is what's next for us. What's next for Howie? What are we going to do? We're seeing things, of course, the safety. We can still shore that up. There's so many things that we could do, man. But there's more to get. And then the Giants, you got... because now he's an op, so we can say whatever. Abdul Carter seems to be a whole bozo. Like, bro, you asking for Lawrence Taylor's number? Phil Simms, you could get Phil Simms' number. He wasn't that great. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, who's Phil Simms? But nah, I say all that to say this, man. Till the next time, make your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a green time. You already know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. So always use the clock around here, open your eagle eye, poke your beak in, and give it a and say it with me. EAGLES, Eagles. What you gonna do with Eagle Menace? Who's down? It's wild on you. Let's fucking go. Let's get the flock up out of here.